Hello to you. My name is Maria Kądzielska and this is Poland Daily Culture. We continue with an interview with Marysa Łępicka, a great-granddaughter of Tamara Łępicka, and this is a very special, I would say even unique moment because it's the first interview of Marysa in Poland. Hello and thank you again for being with us right now.
Hello, thank you for having me.
And in the previous episode, we've been talking about your personal memories with Tamara, and that is in Mexico. And they are absolutely unique. And I would say you cannot read about it anywhere in the books. So what we are recording right now, I would say even it's historical. So please continue with your first impression of her and what happened there in Mexico when you met her.
So, of course, for us, it was meeting Tamara was meeting, almost like a queen. We had heard stories about her, but being there with her, it was something that, I was only 5 the first time I met her. She passed away when I was 8. So we would go after that, we would go every year, at least once or twice a year to visit her. So there's many stories, but one that is still so vivid and in my mind because I think it marked my life forever. I still remember the story and I still believe in these teachings. Just so you know the story. So Tamara had one daughter, Kizet. Kizet had 2 daughters, my mother, Victoria, and my aunt, Chacha. My aunt doesn't have any children. So then only my sister and I are the last Lempicas. So I'm Marissa, my sister's Christina. She lives in Argentina. So I was the big one because I was the older one and my sister was the little one. There were so many of us. I think maybe it was easier for her to remember as the big one and the little one. So since I was the big one, I was invited and I was very polite always and very good and well behaved. I was invited to spend the night in her room in Mexico, in the villa in Mexico. The villa was called Tres Bambus. So she had 2 queen-size beds in her bedroom. It was all painted in this lilac color. That was her favorite color at the moment. So everything was lilac, from the bedspreads to the walls to the furniture. She had painted everything in this wonderful, bright, beautiful lilac color that went perfectly with the gardens and the flowers outside. So after dinner, we go to her room and I'm sitting on the bed. She paints. She painted until the day she died. I don't think a lot of people know this. She's very famous for her Art Deco paintings, but she painted as a little girl, and we have some of these paintings and drawings in our archives. And she painted through her life. So at this point, she was already about 76 years old, I would say. And she was still painting. She loved to paint by the window in the morning, and in the evening, she would work on the details. She put on her painting smock, and I remember the smell of the oil paints, and she was working on a Santa Antoine at this point. So she was working on the details, and she was telling me, Marissa, when I was young, I had to leave. I was in St. Petersburg. I had to leave for the revolution, and we went to Paris, and we had lost everything. We had nothing. And I decided to just start painting to support myself and your grandmother, Kizet, because I needed to make money. I needed to support us. And I always enjoyed painting. So I started painting portraits in those days. I painted and I painted and I painted day and night. And I would not stop working and I would not stop painting. And I would sell every painting, and every painting I sold, I would buy myself a diamond bracelet. And I would not stop until I had diamond bracelets from here. And this is what she said to me, from here to here. So,
well, she had a purpose.
And you can see the photographs. She has the most amazing diamond bracelets. But I want to say one thing. This wasn't to show off. For her, I think the diamonds and the diamond bracelets was security. So if something ever happened again, she knew that she could escape with her diamond bracelets and she could have money. So
I understand,
it was
yes.
a good
Especially after being through a revolution, which needed to be a life-changing element of her life, and very brutal as well, like losing everything and being Polish and then living in Russia and going to Paris. Like it required so much courage in every possible way imagined. So I can imagine that after it, you kind of would like to have something which you can very easily walk out of a room and have with you, which brings you security. And that's, I would say, diamonds. Those are diamonds or gold, but diamonds are less heavy.
Exactly. You're right. That was her. Obviously, they were beautiful, but yes, I think that was what she was thinking and what she was trying to tell me, you know. And I think one of the lesson was that you need to work hard for what you want. It's a lesson that has stayed with me.
It's also a great, absolutely great legacy. But it seems it's like it stays with women. So Tamara, and then her daughter Kizet, and then two daughters, and then again two daughters. So it's like
we have no children, so we're the last ones. My
well, I
sister
would
and I.
say get down to work. So the Wimpicka family doesn't die out, because
Yes.
it's really important, especially for Polish history. And but talking about immortality and keeping things alive, you cooperate a publication, new publication with Bosch Publishing House about Tamara with her pictures, and also about her biography. Tell us a little bit more about this publication.
We were very excited because this is the first Polish publication with her artwork included. There's obviously a lot of the paintings from the 20s and 30s, but also some of her early works as a young, almost child, I would say. She's like 12 or 13, and some of her later works in Mexico. So it's a very interesting, you can see her career, you can see her different styles. She did work in palette knife too in the 50s and 60s. So she was always creating, she was always trying to stay in tune with what was going on in the world and in the art world. This publication, it's of the highest quality. I feel Tamara in some ways has been helping us keep her name alive and really sharing her art and her legacy, which, as you said at the beginning, it's having a like a new life, and especially in Poland. So I met Bogdan, the owner of Bosch Publishing, in Colorado. Actually, he's a big skier. He was skiing here with his brother, but we met through Marek Skulimowski, who's the president of the Kosciuszko Foundation in New York City. The Kosciuszko Foundation promotes Polish arts and culture here in America, and we collaborated on a small but beautiful exhibition of Lempicka here in New York, and that was the first exhibition of Lempicka in the last 60 years. So we were very excited, and through that I was able to meet Bogdan, and he was skiing here in Colorado, and we met for many hours, and we decided to publish this book. Actually, it's 3 books. It's the first one is coming out at the end of this year, and it's a beautiful book. I think it's a good book to introduce people that don't know about Tamara, about her life and her art. Then we're going to do a small pocket book that everybody can afford, so even young people and students can afford. And then by the end of next year, we're hoping to come out with a beautiful luxury collection book that is going to be for people that are big fans of Tamara and want to have something that's a legacy, something that they can leave for the rest of the family. Is going to be gorgeous. So everything is the highest quality. We work with Bogdan on the colors, on the texture. The quality of the reproductions are, I don't think there's anything quite like that on the market, Polish or not Polish. So we're very, very happy for this collection that's coming out.
Great. I'm looking forward to see it myself, and I do hope it spread more knowledge about Wimpicka. I would say to everyone in Poland, because she definitely requires a lot of more attention that she gets through the history, and I do hope this publication will change it. And I also recommend it to the audience of Poland Daily, who I hope will take one and get more interested into Wimpicka paintings, because they are absolutely marvelous. And thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.